squeeze everything, every little bit that you got in those biceps. Good.
I don't think I've ever done a set of negative only.
There was a couple of articles that Arthur Jones wrote, and it was about the ultimate exercise machine.
Did I actually see this piece in a movie? Jesus, I'd rather have an MRI. It looks like it's really wide out there. We're in the overflow space because he's got more equipment than he's got room for. So you guys were telling me you actually recreated the Colorado experiment.
Ooh, okay.
Dig in, dig in.
It's something you're passionate about, just kind of happens.
I'm Big Ron Partlow, and this is Mutant on a Mission. Hey Mutant Nation, Big Ron, back with another episode of Mutant on a Mission, and this time I'm at STG Strength and Power in Brant County, Ontario with Mike Petrella. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for coming by, Ron.
You bet, you bet. Now I've known Mike for a while. We've talked on Instagram for several years. You've been watching the show for ages.
Big fan of the show.
I've been on your YouTube show, your Rogers show. We did an interview on that, so
Yes,
that was
we did.
really cool. And you know, he's been bugging me to come out here for a while, and I've mapped it several times and thought, oh, I gotta get there one of these days. Now I'm here. You've got an amazing collection of kit. Now just tell us, what is this place? What is STG?
So this started back in 2006, and it was just something for me. It was literally just a home gym, and it got too big. And what I mean is, all of a sudden you get up to a dozen commercial pieces and stuff like that. Friends and family started training with me. My hockey team at the time started training with me. On a Sunday, we'd have, you know, like 15, 18 hockey players come into my parents' basement, and that's what I would do all weekend, is just train them. And it just kind of got bigger and bigger. The first commercial facility, which was in Cambridge, Ontario, just up the road, that was 07, 08. I got certified, and it's just been a continuous progression. It seems like every year, a little bit more equipment, a few more people come in to train. We've had bigger facilities over time, and just when it's something you're passionate about, just kind of happens.
Okay, so here's some of the stuff that I've never seen before. I've seen photos of this stuff. I've seen some video. I'm not sure if I've seen, did I actually see this piece in a movie? Was this actually in a movie?
I think it was Rocky IV.
Was that, so maybe a different brand or something? I don't know. Something that looked an awful lot like it.
Yes.
But he's got the MedX medical stuff, which, what year would this stuff be?
The earliest ones, maybe late 80s, but into the 90s that they were kind of produced, and eventually they came up with 5. They included the torso rotation, the neck rotation, and then it's a leg extension, but it is full testing of the quadriceps and the hamstring.
Right,
so everything around the knee, essentially.
Right, right. And why did you get this stuff? You just wanted to have it, or because you do have some rehab here at the facility and you've got like that sort of thing going on?
Played a lot of hockey, typical Canadian story.
Right.
And I had really bad lower back pain. And, you know, I just couldn't quite solve it. I remember after games, practices, I'd use an inversion table for half an hour, you know, just to make it to the next game and stuff like that. The only thing that's bad about a medical low back is it's expensive and it's big, but it works exceptionally well. And it solved my lower back pain. I've never had it again. So that's how I originally got into it. And then we do a lot of orthopedic concern clients in here, and we have physiotherapists on site, and they utilize the technology, and we help people with those problems.
Okay, do I gotta worry about hitting my head on something?
So we're gonna adjust everything as you get in here.
Okay.
So essentially everything on a MedX medical machine is adjustable. Now I will tell you that you wanna keep this snugger than you think, because when you actually have load, it wants to shift a little bit.
Okay.
And then the idea is, again, you're just tightening yourself in.
Jesus, I'd rather have an MRI.
No,
oh, there we go. That's a little far.
And now you're just turning to your left. Go slow.
Oh,
You've never trained the neck before. Now the interesting thing about this machine is the weight stack is actually in inch pounds instead of foot pounds. So it has a 600-pound real steel weight stack, but you've never been able to rotate that kind of weight. So no matter how far you move your head, the
Oh,
weight stack never
wow.
moves more than 1 inch.
Now I got a pump on one side of my neck. My head wants to turn this way. That was great. That was great. So you made this, and you're getting super specific here.
Yeah.
You're looking at the function of the back and how the hammer mid-row was sort of like hitting the whole back generally.
Yeah.
But you wanted to hit the mid-trap, is that what I'm thinking?
So before he passed away, I got to know Doug Brignoli really well, and he got real deep into the biomechanics. And one of the things he was looking at for the row was making sure that the resistance was coming from a wider point and pulling more towards the midline, and this being in line with how the middle trapezius works. So I thought, you know what? I could probably modify a row to do it. So this is just a hammer strength mid-row. Everyone has one. We modified the whole front frame. Now, instead of pulling in a straight line, you start out wide and it converges to the middle. So grab whatever side you want on that. You'll be able to reach it. Most of them, I designed it so everyone get a stretch. So I have to bring it to them.
Oh, shit.
The other thing we did to it, we changed the resistance curve just a little bit. Falls off a little bit more at the top.
Right. Like when I look at it, it looks like it's really wide out there. It looks like it's going to be an extreme, but it's not really. It's actually more natural feeling than I expected.
We figured that about 3 feet across was going to hit general population.
So is this the original frame right here?
Only thing that is different, there's pieces on both sides that extended out.
But this was the original mid piece right
That's
here.
the original mid piece.
Yeah.
This front piece was remade to basically cinch everything up. And then when we wanted to get 3 feet in the handles, the piece where your feet would sit on, we just flipped it.
That's what I was gonna say.
We just flipped it.
So I was gonna guess that this was just literally flipped.
Yep.
And then this was the original mid piece because the frame would have come right past it like this.
That's right. This chest press, I feel, is as good as the flex.
So there's no cables, no belts on this style of medic
It's all
stuff.
mechanical.
So, which as a gym owner, I think, oh, that's a nice idea. I've never used this chest press before, so I'm gonna hop on here.
Now, what I like about this machine, first of all, it starts way back. Now, you can gap the weight stack, but you're gonna be able to
What
get a
grip
nice
should I
crease
use?
grip.
Should I grab down here?
I prefer the upright handles, but it's entirely what you like.
I'll give this a go.
Now, as you know, some of these pieces like the flex chest press are probably the most sought after out there. But I find that this is very, very similar. It's got a little bit of a better angle. It's a bit of a decline to that seat. And again, very, very smooth. It's as smooth as a plate-loaded machine. As you know, when training people, sometimes it's nice just to be able to pin that weight stack.
If you can feel that there's no belt or cable, like it feels great. So I am in a piece that I've definitely never seen before because he had to build it.
Yes.
So give me the story on this while I'm trapped in here.
So when you get into, we'll call it the Nautilus lore, there was a couple of articles that Arthur Jones wrote, and it was about essentially the ultimate exercise machine. It was going to be a leg extension and a back extension simultaneously with rotary resistance. So if you look at a squat or a deadlift, you're essentially moving around the knee and moving around the hip simultaneously, and you're working a ton of muscle for a singular exercise, unit of time. After I started coming up with the idea of how I was going to build this, a gentleman who's literally a prototype maker, that's what he does for them, came into the gym, wanted to do some personal training. And I'm doing the interview with him. I signed him up for personal training. I said, hey, I got to show you something. And I kind of sketched everything out, and he could do the mechanics for what I was giving him with the biomechanics. And essentially, we took a second-gen Nautilus leg extension and a second-gen Nautilus low back, and we had to flip a bunch of stuff, and we had to make a linear slide. So there's a lot that made it all work, but we just completed what Arthur Jones' vision was, which is essentially a rotary squat or a rotary deadlift.
Right, okay, so I'm gonna give this a try. You've strapped me in and sort of set me up here.
Yep. Like I said, it's not the easiest machine to just get in like a hammer strength machine, just kind of rip it and go. But you can get all the benefit of the squat deadlift, not worry about grip, not worry about spinal compression. And at the time, I just wanted to see if it could be done, if it could be built.
That's unique. It almost feels like I'm doing some kind of rehab.
So on this machine, I can actually, because I can make that movement arm behind you float, I can push it all the way back. And if you just want to do leg extension only, you can lay right back, get a great
more
contraction in the
upper
quadriceps.
quads.
And we also designed it so I can just do the lower back or the leg extension. So I didn't lose the function of either of the original machines.
So you still have two separate machines here.
Two separate machines and also the footprint of one.
So we're in the overflow space because he's got more equipment than he's got room for. So he's got another room here, and you got a bunch of stuff in here that's really cool.
I got some cool stuff in there.
So show me, you wanted to show me this old time machine Nautilus piece since we're on the topic of Nautilus.
So we're gonna look at Nautilus. For me anyways, this is the actual holy grail of Nautilus. So the pullover is what started Nautilus. Now the big difference in this one, this movement arm, you actually have these handles that you can hold on. I wish they would have kept them. They feel really nice.
Right, right.
So it's got the same range as every Nautilus pullover. Just it's got a little more friction. It's got a lot of moving parts. They were able to simplify the design, but for straight cool factor, it doesn't get much better than this. So then to come out of it, and then you grab this, and it's actually a behind the neck pull down. So you lean forward and you pull that to the back of your neck.
I don't even know if I could. I don't know if I have that range.
So you'd like superset.
That's right, you do a pre-exhaust.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What year would this be, like 71?
This is really early stuff. I'm not sure on the VIN number, but 72, 73, I would think.
Oh, it's crazy. So this piece is another thing I've never tried before. Something else, I've never even seen this. What did you call this?
So this is an Isometric bench press.
Okay.
So the idea is there's no weight stack, there's no plates. You actually work one side of your body against the other. Now, because you're always stronger lowering the weight, you always have enough resistance. You can grab the handle. Now we're gonna come to the middle. These are attacks, so let one come up.
Oh, okay.
So right now, if you push both at the same time, it's not gonna move. But as one comes up, the other one yields, and you can make the first rep as hard as you want, or you can make it very easy. That's the big issue with Isometric, is if you're not honest with your effort, it's very easy, but if you're honest with your effort, you can make every second of every repetition maximal. They were very inexpensive, especially for Nautilus. This is Nautilus.
I want to do some training. I want to actually lift some weights, do some what I call working sets. You know what I'm talking about? Especially because we're on the kind of the Nautilus theme, which takes us to like the Arthur Jones stuff. And you know, for those of you that know the Casey Viator, what's it called? The project?
The Colorado experiment,
the Colorado
1973.
Experiment. Yeah. So we were talking about that, and he said, you know, I've got some of the Nautilus equipment that Arthur Jones used on Casey Viator in the Colorado experiment. Why don't we just use that stuff for your workout? And I was like, I love it when people make my job easy. So thanks, Mike. I'm looking forward to training at STG, Strength and Power.
We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So stay tuned. I'm gonna lift some weights. Hey, Mutant Nation. I'm still at STG here. About to have our workout. Of course, I got Mike, and now Mike joining the show, and we're gonna have some fun here. So if you know about the famous Colorado experiment that Arthur Jones did with Casey Viator back in 1973?
73.
If you know about that famous experiment, we're gonna just use some of the machines and do some of the negative only training that they were doing. I thought that'd be fun because I've never used some of these old Nautilus pieces, and I thought let's have a little bit of a theme to the workout.
The idea is this fatigue starts to set in, trying to keep that slow cadence gets harder and harder. Start pushing into it, start pushing into it, everything you have. Come on, there it is. Push, push, push. 9. You got no, let's go. Finish it out. Okay.
Got one more.
There you go. Nice.
Talk about old school, going back to 73.
Push.
Nice.
Come on. Come on.
Up.
Push on it now. Push on it.
Cranked it.
Push.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Shit.
So if you're watching, what we're doing is negative only. So I've got my feet on the foot pad, and I'm pushing with my legs, and they're actually helping a bit, just to, get it up there. And then it's gonna be all negative with the chest, and then we're gonna drive with the legs, and they're gonna help get it back up. So we're just doing negatives on these sets.
Try to do a maximum positive. Drive into it. Like, I know what. Right here with you, bud. Yep. Come on. Big fight now. Fight it. Again. Legs up. Fight it. Woo. Good set.
Damn. That was interesting. I got a killer pump already. Is that all they do?
So
they do one
was,
set?
It was all full body workouts, and
Yeah.
every exercise was one working set at the top.
Yeah.
You can see not everyone's got that kind of shoulder mobility, but Mike's getting real deep. His elbows are well below collarbone here.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Push into it. There it is. Come on, you got another one, Mike. There you go. Hard work. It's hard work now. Okay, go, Mike. Use your legs. Control.
I don't think I've ever done a set of negative only.
When we do it with people here, it's done sparingly. We know that it creates a high amount of fatigue and a high amount of inroad.
And then even the first couple reps, I was still kind of pushing on the way up.
Yeah.
Because you gotta like change your brain to shut off.
Come on, buddy. Come on now. Dig in. Come on. Hold. Come on.
Still got some control there.
Push. I got one more.
Yeah. How many sets are in the total body workout?
It was different every time. I'm pretty sure the smallest workout was about 8 sets, and I believe the biggest was 14. 14 sets.
Oh, wow, okay, that'd be a lot to do one day.
That's perfect. Legs through the lift. Yep, that's great control. Legs lift. Come on. Yep. Legs. Good. Whoa. Stay with it. Get the breathing. Nice. Whoa, okay. Come on, you got it. Push into it. Push into it. Whoa, shit.
Damn.
That already feels hard. Come on. The upper back's gonna try and start coming into the equation here. We're gonna keep it right on his bicep. Excellent, Mike. Come on. Just holding. Nice. Come on. It's the time. It's the time to make a difference right now. Come on, Mike.
Bang.
Come on. Get another record, Mike. I'm right here with you. Let's go. Go, buddy.
Come on, Mike.
There it is.
Oh, nice. This is fun. I figure people getting sick of watching me do normal sets.
Stretch him out. Really squeeze that top. Right here. Good. Walk in.
Yeah.
Side rigid. Yep.
Fight against it. Just fight against it.
See the hips want to start going too.
Yeah. Let's go.
So squeeze in now. Squeeze in.
Nice.
Big squeeze here. Good like that. Almost. half second to full second. Squeeze and ease out of it. There you go. Always trying to make it harder on the muscle, never easier. Come on, right here. Hold now. There you go, keep breathing. Double digits right here. Leg, right to the top. Squeeze hard, then ease into it. There you go. Yep. Transfer. Squeeze hard as you can. Hard as you can. That's the one. That's it right there. All that tension building up in the bicep. Right stop. Squeeze into it. Yes. Good. Got another one. Legs. Transfer. Hold it hard. Yes. One more. It's yours. Squeeze everything. Every little bit that you got in those biceps.
Good. I want to see guys and their training partners all across the country doing a negative only set next workout. I can tell who watched the episode. Good.
Like you're trying to put it. One stage right here. Nice, Mike. Lock it in. Still got lots. Still got control there. Not falling yet. Come on, Mike. You got another one right here with you. Take it to the end. Now. Nice. One more. I'm right here, Mike. Come on. It's yours.
Nice.
There you go. Motionless. Then back. Looking strong, Mike.
Lots of reps.
Dig in. Push. I got another one. Here we go.
So you guys were telling me that you actually did, to the best of your abilities, you recreated the Colorado experiment during the pandemic.
Casey was the only one who actually completed. Jones did the workout, but he didn't do lower body.
Right.
He only did upper body, and he actually got sick halfway through, so he didn't really do much. To the best of our understanding, nobody had completed it since 1973, and
Except for Casey.
and then part of it is some of these machines that we're using, we're fortunate to have them. They're rare. There's not a lot of them out there, especially the chest press and the shoulder press. So we thought, hey man, now's the time. All we gotta do is sleep and eat and train, and
that's funny.
It's not good for business, but it was fun to go through it.
Good stick.
Try to slow down the top a little bit. It's hard to do. Focus is short. Legs do the push. Bear down. Here. Hold it here. There you go. Come on, I got another one. I'm right here with you.
One more.
Yep, it's yours. Fight it. We got it.
That collapsed. That was heavy.
Negative failure.
Yeah. I had a blast at your gym, man. Thanks for training with us, Mike.
Thank you.
It was good to have you in, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for having me, Mike.
You're always welcome here, Ron. Appreciate you coming in.
Like this was one of the stops where I think I've seen the most unique things that I've never seen before, and I probably tried the most pieces I've never tried before at your gym. So makes it pretty unique, and it was a great stop on season 9, Mutant on a Mission, STG Strength and Power. Hey?
Welcome back anytime, Ron.
Yeah, you bet. I'm Big Ron, and I'm out.